Hello, this video is about launching the new campaign. So once you're on the campaign section, you can click on the new campaign, give it a name, let's say connect campaign, and then we will go to sequences tab where you need to select from existing templates we have. So let's say we want to start with this one. Here on the top, we are doing an engagement where you can visit the profiles. Engagement have 4 steps: visiting the profile, liking the post, endorse the skills, and auto commenting feature. Then you can, let's turn on this option here. Then here, we have the list of all the different options available. You can invite the prospect to connect with you on LinkedIn. You can send them a message after connecting with them. You can send an email to those who are not connected with you. So if you have a CS navigator using Linkedcamp, you can send up to 100 free emails a day to the prospect who are not connected with you on LinkedIn. Then we have the engagements tab. We have follow, which allows you to follow the profile, or if you have a company page, you can invite your existing connections to follow your company page. You have option to withdraw the pending invite, and then you have an option to send a cold email. We have an option to call an API. Then we have OpenAI's tab, email finder, which use integrations with drop contact and Snowview. Then you can create tasks, send to a different campaign, or add a tag. Then we have conditions here where we have different triggers available you can make use of. If replied, if connected, if interested. It uses AI to classify the prospect as an interested or not interested. Then you have if email open, which checks if the prospect is free to send an email. And then if link clicked, if email exists, email bounced, open, and if listed profile. So you have all these different conditions you can use in your flow. Here we are using if email open option, which basically checks if the prospect is free to send an email, then we are sending an email. You can put the subject line here and the content here. Other than that, we also have the templates available, which could be used. Let's say this one. So you can just modify the content here, or you can simply add your custom placeholders. If you want to add them, you can just type them too, and then add any custom placeholder here. Put on the subject line here. You can also upload an image of PDF files. If you're using high price for hyper personalized images, you can send those with your email, or you can disable the email credits. And if you have a very targeted list, you can enable this one, which is not recommended, but it is in case you have a very targeted list. Let's say a list of 50 people you want to send emails to, then you can turn on this option. Then here you can adjust the delay. Let's say you want to send the next email after 2 days, and then you can add the content for the next email message here. In the no part, we are sending an invite. You can add your connect note here, and you can send without the connect note as well. So we can quickly use a template here. So let's say this one. So you can modify this, and it's going, and then you can add short note, which is optional, which is for just for the non-premium users, or users who do not have premium LinkedIn account. Then here we have if connected trigger, where we are checking if the prospect has accepted the invite within 6 days. So this 6 days delay is just for the no part here. For the yes part, as soon as prospect accept your request, it will immediately execute the yes part, which means that let's say if the prospect accept your invite after 1 day, it will execute the yes part where we are sending a message. You can put the content for the follow-up message here, upload image, PDF, or using high price. Then we can adjust the delay. Let's say after 2 days, if the prospect do not reply, we want to send the next follow-up message. And if the prospect again do not reply, we would like to send another follow-up message after 3 days. Similarly, if the prospect do not accept your request, we are sending email here. You can also include other options like email. So if the prospect have an email address available, you can add your subject line here and the content here. This email will go out from your connected G Suite Office 365 or any other email address you use. You can get it connected here in the account section and use that to send an email on their email address. Then we have other options like we can add, let's say, add a tag at the bottom, which allows us to select a tag. Let's say we select this tag as an interested, and then we can have send to campaign option where we can send it to a different campaign. Let's say this campaign. So once these steps are executed, at the end it will move this prospect to this specific campaign. Then we also have the option to use an OpenAI. If you add your OpenAI API key in the API section, you can add your role here. It could be, let's say, act as sales manager as an example. You can add your prompt can consist of two options. It could be details about your offering and then the instructions what you want to achieve. So uh, instructions could be like you would like to generate one liner for the prospects based on the prospect details that are already being provided. So you can have those instructions and then in the offer, try to provide maximum details you can provide so that it can generate better results for you. Then you can select the tone here, any tone, let's say professional, use the custom variable here. Let's say we call it first message as an example. And then we can, once you have defined this first message here in after the OpenAI step, in the next message, we can use this placeholder here in place of message. So whatever is being generated in the OpenAI step, that would be sent in the message step here. So you are generating a hyper-personalized message or one-liner in the OpenAI step, and then we are sending that in the message step. Then we have the lead section where you can make use of, you can add leads. It could be a LinkedIn search URL, it could be group URL, event URL, or the post URL. You can upload a CSV file. If you have the Sales Navigator, you can upload a Sales Navigator search URL, lead list URL, or saved search URL. And then you can also provide the Google Sheets URL. Just make sure that your Google Sheets are publicly accessible. And if you're using HubSpot or Go high level integrations, you can make use of them to pull down the data from your high level account or HubSpot account and reach out to those prospects which are already in your CRM. Then we have the settings here where you can select your LinkedIn account. So whatever the LinkedIn account you want to use, you can select your email accounts here. Then we have Sales Navigator option if you want to send messages or invites through Sales Navigator, or otherwise by default it sends messages or emails, messages and invite from free LinkedIn accounts. Then you have auto reload option, which automatically load more prospect that appears in your search once the count in queue goes below 100. Duplicate check, pause campaign after filtration. This option is in a case that you do not have the copy ready. You can start your campaign, turn this option on. It will filter down the data from LinkedIn, and after that it will pause the campaign. It will not execute anything in the sequence. The premium profiles mainly used for email only campaigns, then stop activity on reply and track leaks, prioritize new leads, track opens. All these different options are mainly for the email automation side of the things. And that then you can save the settings. And on the top, you have to hit save and launch button and your campaign will start. Once your campaign will start, the first step is to filter down the data from the campaign. So it will pull down data from LinkedIn based on the URL you have provided. And after that, it will start executing the sequence for each and every campaign, uh, in every prospects in the campaign. And here you get to see the stats. Let's say I have this campaign active. You get to see all the different stats like how many invited, how many messages sent, emails. You get to see them over here. You can see how many accepted, replied. You will be able to see the stats inside the campaign as well. All these different stats like total number of leads in a campaign, invited, acceptance rate 49%, 53 follow-up messages sent, 113 email sent, 86 people replied. So you get to see all of them, and you get to see all of them in the chart down there as well. That's pretty much how you can quickly start your campaign and have the things going. Feel free to reach out to us in case you have any other questions. Thank you.